That first beat is mine. The second one just crawled closer, and it knows every secret I buried. 4 nights ago, I woke up tasting blood that wasn't in my mouth. My tongue was clean, but the flavor coated the back of my throat, metallic, warm, mixed with something milky and sour, like spoiled breast milk left in the sun. The room was dark, except for the red glow of my alarm clock, 3:17 a.m. The air felt thick, humid, as if someone had been breathing it for hours in a sealed coffin. I pressed my hand to my chest. Thump, 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 scrape. The second heartbeat wasn't just beating anymore. It was moving. I thought I was dying. I rushed to the ER. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, smelling of bleach and burnt coffee. The doctor, a tired woman with gray roots, listened with her stethoscope. Her fingers tightened on the tubing. She moved it inch by inch across my ribs. Her eyes widened. "There's something in there," she whispered. "It's not an echo, it's separate, and it's shifting." Tests came back clean, heart perfect, lungs clear, no masses, no tumors, no anomalies. But when she listened again, the second rhythm had crawled higher, now just below my collarbone, pulsing against the thin skin of my throat. She prescribed sedatives. I didn't take them. That night, the whispers started for real. Not in my ears, inside my veins. A voice like drowned velvet bubbling up through blood. "You felt me kick, but you took all the room." I remembered my mother's stories, the pregnancy that almost killed her, the ultrasound where one shadow swallowed the other. Vanishing twin syndrome, the doctor said. He didn't make it. You absorbed what was left. Perfectly normal. Normal. But he never left. He waited. The next day, my veins began to darken. Not bruises. They turned black. Thick, rope-like cords rising under the skin of my arms, my neck, my chest. When I pressed them, they pulsed back, defiant. The skin around them grew hot, glossy with sweat that smelled faintly of copper and formaldehyde. I locked myself in the bathroom, stripped, and watched in the mirror. A ridge formed down my sternum, slowly, like something tunneling. The skin stretched until it shone, translucent. Beneath it, shapes moved, tiny, jointed. Fingers. He was growing. Fast. That afternoon, the lights started flickering whenever my pulse spiked. I was making coffee. The machine gurgled. I thought of the accident, 10 years ago, the night I crossed the median drunk, the other driver's face frozen in the headlights. I never told anyone. The kitchen light exploded in a shower of sparks. The voice rose, intimate, vibrating in my teeth. "You took his life too. Let me borrow yours." I looked down. My left hand, my hand, was squeezing the countertop so hard the formica cracked, but I hadn't commanded it. He had. Night fell. The whispers turned hungry. I tried to sleep. The sheets stuck to my skin, soaked with sweat that smelled wrong, sweet decay like meat left in a warm car. Every time I drifted off, the crawling intensified, a sensation of tiny joints unfolding inside my ribcage, knuckles cracking wetly, limbs stretching against bone. At 2:43 a.m., the mirror in my bedroom frosted over. Not from cold, from breath. My breath. And his. 2 clouds formed side by side, mine steady, his ragged, childlike. Then handwriting appeared in the frost, scratched from the inside. Mine now. I smashed the mirror, shards rained down, slicing my palms. Blood welled, bright red at first, then darker, thicker, almost black. When I licked my lip, it tasted of two bloods. Mine and his. Day 4, the pain became exquisite. A slow, deliberate tearing deep in my chest cavity, like wet silk ripping along a seam. The smell flooded the room, copper pennies soaked in amniotic fluid, warm and cloying. My sternum bulged outward, skin splitting in thin lines that wept clear serum mixed with strands of something fibrous, pink, alive. I recorded this on my phone because I knew no one would believe me. If you're hearing my voice, it might be too late. He's not just a twin anymore. He's something that learned to hate in the dark. He knows every sin I committed, every lie, every life I ended and walked away from. And he's been feeding them, growing stronger. Last night he spoke through the radio. I was driving, trying to outrun the pain, when static crackled and my mother's voice came through, dead 15 years. You should have shared, but the tone was wrong, childish, petulant, wet. The car swerved, veins in my arms bulged, steering the wheel against my will. Headlights lit up the same stretch of road where I killed that man. The dashboard clock froze at the exact minute of impact 10 years ago. He wanted to relive it, with me as passenger. I fought back, screamed, punched my own chest until ribs cracked. For a moment, my heartbeat dominated. Thump, 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 thump. Then his surged, stronger, older, patient. The crawling reached my throat. I felt tiny fingers pry at the base of my tongue, tasting air for the first time. My vision blurred, colors inverted. I saw through his eyes, crimson, hungry, pressed against the inside of my skin like a child at a window. He's almost here. The skin of my chest is splitting fully now, a vertical seam, wet and glistening, edges curling back like petals. Inside, not organs, not anymore. A face, small, withered, perfectly preserved. Eyes black, ancient, forgiving nothing. He's smiling, and the heartbeat you hear now, it's steady, unified, because there's only one rhythm left. His. The last thing I feel is his hand, my hand, reaching up to turn off the recording. If this video ends abruptly, run. He's looking for more room. A final, triumphant heartbeat, wet, echoing, then a long, dragging scrape as something emerges. Silence.